The current two-party system in American politics is so ineffective and problematic that they have ignored the will of those who have elected them into office and brought the federal government to a standstill on many occasions. As you can see by this graph, congressional job approval ratings in 2014 were at 13%. This shows an immediate need for change. The politicians that you and I have elected into office in good faith are now ignoring the will of the people and seem to only be interested in their needs and desires. These people are in control of how our money is spent, and this must be done in ways that are a benefit to all. I feel that I'm credible on this topic because I extensively research every political candidate that I vote for. The derailment of our government by Democrats and Republicans has created a weaker America that has lost touch with the wills and views of the people that have elected them. Americans need a third majority party that makes Democrats and Republicans listen to the will of the people. In this presentation, we will discuss the ineffectiveness of Democrats and Republicans. We will discuss the historical research and political party changes that have happened throughout U.S. political history that shows three-party systems are available and easy to create. And finally, we will weigh the political potential advantages and disadvantages of moving to a three-party system. The inability of Democrats and Republicans to put aside their differences and listen to the will of the people that they have elected identifies their lack of ability to lead this country. There have never been a greater difference in political ideology between these two parties as now. Their ideological differences have led to party allegiances and voting within party more paramount than ever, which has slowed government progress. If we look at this graph shows bills passed by Congress from 1947 until 2014. If you look at the end here, for years 2014, you can see a drastic change in the amount of bills passed through Congress. This change shows Congress's inability to govern and their inability to work with each other. The stakes are high because the ideological differences are large and because both parties have a realistic chance of gaining or maintaining control. This leads to strategic agenda setting and voting, even on issues with no or little ideological content and a tribalism that is now such a prominent feature of American politics. Now that we have discussed the inability to govern that Democrats and Republicans have shown, we will look at the historical changes that have happened in American history and show how easily America could move to a three-party system. The American political landscape was dominated by three major parties in the 19th century. This included the Democratic, Republican, and Whig parties. This shows America's ability to function with three major political parties. The Whig Party was founded by President Andrew Jackson in 1836 and was successful multiple times in electing an official to presidential office. The party eventually disbanded because of a lack of ability to handle complex issues such as slavery, but it showed that a three-party system is possible in America. Whigs fared well at the polls among people of all classes in economically dynamic communities heavily engaged in commerce. Jacksonian propaganda did induce many people to regard the Whigs as an upper-class party, yet Whigs could win presidential elections, governorships, and state legislature majorities only because they attracted mass support. Now that we have seen that the Whigs show us that America has the ability to use three separate parties, now we will review the advantages and disadvantages of a three-party majority system in America. Let's review the advantage and disadvantages to show the benefit of moving to a three-party system. We can review the advantages and disadvantages of the multiple-party system to determine what would be best suited for American politics to compare to a two-party majority system. May promote the advantages of a two-party or a three-party system are it may promote electoral participation by opposing political forces, may encourage voter participation, it enhances electoral transparency, and brings political experience to the management of electoral processes. Now, the disadvantages of three-party system are it may not have appropriate professional experience or qualifications, may be unwieldy if all parties are representative, may find consensus decision-making difficult, and may lack credibility if some parties are excluded or if political parties are not represented. The disadvantages of a three-party system are many of the same issues that we currently face with a two-party system. The advantages outweigh the disadvantages because we have the opportunity to create better political representation for the American people. Now, first, I discussed the current ineffectiveness of Democrats and Republicans and their inability to govern. Second, I explored historical political changes that show we could make drastic differences into a three-party system. And finally, I explained the potential advantages and disadvantages of a three-party political system. The derailment of our government by Democrats and Republicans have created a weaker America that has lost touch with the wills and view of the American people that have elected them. Americans need a third majority political party to make Democrats and Republicans listen to the will of the people. There is no denying that drastic changes need to be made to our current political system. The will of the people is not being met, and this is the reason we believe in democracy. If we continue to let politicians run our government without the will of the people guiding their judgment, then we are accepting the mirage of democracy that we will continue to receive. Are there any questions? Thank you for your time and attention, and have a good day.